Peace, everybody, man. This is Hip Hop Astrology. I am your hip hop priest, the urban mystic. Today we're going to cover Scarface and his arrest at the BET Awards in 2015, a couple days ago, October the 9th. We're going to make this real quick, man, because it's not complicated. It's just simple. You know, we've been reaching out to the stars of the game, trying to advise them on, certain things that are going on in the cosmos that may render them harm. In Scarface's case, when we get right into it, he's a mega Scorpio, born November 9th, 1970. First thing that I noticed when I looked in his chart, we saw something what we call a transit moon, meaning where was the moon on that particular day in the sky? On that particular day, the moon was in Virgo. Mr. Scarface was born with a moon in Pisces, and I want you to Google this term. It's called opposition. This is what we call a 180-degree angle. Real short in definition, this is where you get an opportunity to learn from others. Sometimes these learning opportunities are not the grandest. Sometimes it's hard lessons that have to be learned by learning how to deal with other people and other energy. It can cause division, a lot of wavering, going back and forth. And the moon, when we look at the expression of the planet involved in this opposition, the moon actually governs a region of space that deals with parenting. Traditionally, we like to call the moon the mother connection, right? The home where the foundation lies, right? But sometimes this can represent a father as well, because we're dealing with the parental access, dealing with the energies of Saturn in the 10th house and the moon in the 4th house, traditionally speaking. So when we see this opposition and this tension coming for Scarface, a trained astrologer would have been able to look in Scarface's chart and said, hey, man, you finna have this moon opposition coming up right now, man. And this could be some type of issue with one of your children's mother. What is it that you haven't nailed down specifically with her, or with, however many it may be? I'm not for sure. If it's multiple women or just one woman, but whatever the case may be, we would have been able to look at this and say, man, this can be a prime opportunity for you to have to deal with something, and it may not feel the best, because the moon deals with emotions, right? It's the emotional disposition of how a person feels at the time. Now, moving forward, when we look in this chart, we look in here and we find Saturn, right? Transit Saturn, which is in the very early stages of Sagittarius, right? Doing what we call a conjunction, right? Meaning where two planetary bodies or more are located in the same region of space. In this case, we're talking about Sagittarius. Well, when we look here, we see that Mr. Scarface has transit Saturn, conjunct his natal Neptune in the early degrees of Sagittarius, right? And so when we look for the expressions and the indicators of what Neptune represents, Neptune can represent lockup, right? Being confined, because it traditionally rules Pisces, or what we call the 12th house, where it's confinement, it's lockup, right? But it also represents fame and fortune, right? And TV, right? Film, right? So let's look at this. Saturn, which is the expression that deals with taking care of business, right? Also where you can be procrastinating at taking care of business, right? It also has a hint of expression of the law, right? Because it has an exaltation over in Libra, which is where the law is actually expressed, right? And so now here we have this planetary energy conjuncting his natal Neptune, which can indicate lockup again, right? And also film. And the police come to a place where he's being filmed, where he's in all of his glory and his fame, key indicating words for Neptune. And 10 sheriffs are there awaiting him backstage to take him away and put him behind bars for failure to pay child support. So we, the hip hop priests, are here to help you guys. We could have looked into Mr. Scarface's chart and been able to show him how this actually works, the timing, and been able to tell him what he needed to do in order to negate this situation at this current time, because he may have intentions on paying it, but he just didn't know the timetable. And this is what happens when you do not know how to tell time, real time. So with that, visit us at hiphopastrology.com. For any further inquiries, you can inbox us and email us at info@hiphopastrology.com. Follow us on Twitter, hiphopastrology. And with that, man, the Urban Mystic is signing out. Peace.